Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to part 2 of a different view of Lake Bled. Now in part 1 you saw how I came here one morning to photograph the castle with the Julian Alps behind at sunrise, hoping to get a magnificent sunrise. But I didn't get any sunrise at all. As you can see by this picture we're looking at now, it was super duper thick cloud on the horizon. Well, actually super duper thick cloud everywhere. So there was absolutely no colour and no sign of the sunrise at all. But I did venture down to this spot, and you saw at the end how I found this really interesting composition and got this magnificent shot. So as I said at the end of the previous video, we're now going to look at editing this photo and putting it up for sale. So the first thing we can do, and this is really quite handy, is you can toggle the grid overlay and see if the church and the island are nice and straight, which they are. So I've actually done a good job there for a change. So we can turn that off, and the first thing we'll do is go up to our basic adjustments and typically add a touch of contrast. First of all, I'll pull back the highlights to bring out the detail in this lovely sky here. And let's look at we've got a nice histogram here, so we don't need to make any adjustments certainly with the blacks. We can get a touch of dehaze, because there was some haze across the lake itself, so let's add a touch of dehaze. And also the clarity slider, not too much, just a little bit there, and maybe a bit of texture. That's typically all we really need. Now the white balance here in this foreground, we've got lots, the boats are brown, the wooden decking is nice and brown. So because it was very cloudy, obviously it has a bit of a cool or a cold color temperature. So we can come up here and switch. Now I shot it on shady 6950, but you can also come in and tweak that to the shady a bit more. It adds a touch more, 7500 here in Photoshop. So see how that's warmed up the boats and the decking. Let's undo that, put it back to our shot. So by doing that we've added a nice touch of warmth to the foreground here. But the problem is, it's see how it's warmed up the sky now. Let's go back. Previously we've got nice greyish tones here in the sky, and by changing that to shade we've also done the whole picture itself. So there are two things that I can do here. I can go to the mask tool and I can click select sky, and this will do a quick automatic selection of the sky. Now this is a really good feature in Adobe Camera Raw now, and for the, I would say 90% of the time it's pretty accurate. Oh, there, it's done a pretty good job of that. Now we can undo the overlay to see where it's masked it. It's masked it nicely over those hills and over those mountains there, so that's perfect. So now I can take the toggle off, and now I can make some adjustments. And what's great is I can come down here and adjust the color temperature, so I can pull that back again. There you go. If I take it down to about -20, now that's back to the way it was. If we undo that, see, there we got that kind of charcoal grey. Let's pull it back. That's done a perfect job. So that's simple. That's that done. Excellent. Now there's another feature of Adobe Camera Raw I really like. It's called the color mixer. Now I can come down here to the luminance and I can individually select colors. So what I can do is just take the brightness, the luminance of those greens up a little bit. Let's undo, take it down again. I can adjust the saturation on those greens if I want. Take them up just a touch. So let's see what looks better. just a little bit. 15 I think is enough. So let's go back to here and let's add a touch of vibrance, not too much. 15, that should do. And that's about it really. Now I'm going to open this now into Photoshop. Okay, so in Photoshop we just need to add a few final touches. I always do a bit more adjustment on the highlights here in Photoshop because it gives you a bit more control, and a tweak of the curves. So really boost that contrast. I like the curves tool because it gives you much more flexibility over, there we go, over everything. There we go. Let's save that as a TIFF. So that's the final image. Now I'll go through of course and check it for dust spots and everything, but otherwise that's it, completely finished. And what I've done now, after I've done all the editing and I've keyworded it and everything, I've uploaded it to my website. So you can see it here. It's available on my WordPress website, and if people click the purchase button, then I've set it up to on my Fine Art America site, and it's for sale there, available for sale there. So as I said in the video, this was a great shot, and I got one other similar, but I won't bother with that one in this actual video. I just wanted to show you this one, and it's, as I said, a great example of how no matter what you expect or what you go there for, when you don't get what you want, then if you adapt to the conditions and look around, then you end up still coming away with some great shots. And in this case, I think I've come away with one of the best shots I've ever taken in Lake Bled. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please subscribe, and please give this video a like, and catch you later.